Okay guys, the next topic is file handling in C#.NET. In case if I want to work with files, in case if I want to create a file, in case if I want to work with the properties of the files, so we need to use this file handling topics. Okay, so for file handling there is a predefined namespace is there. We have to import that one, that is using system.io. Whenever you are working with file handling in C#.NET, you must import this namespace, because the class which we are going to use, that will be there inside that one. So in case if I want to create a file, how I can create? I can create an object file for the class called file. So suppose file f1 is equal to new file. So while creating the file, I have to pass, sorry, really sorry, this is not the syntax. First let us prepare where the file need to be created. So string fpath is equal to, in C drive, I just want to save in a location in C drive with a name. I want to create a folder, I want to create a file, sorry. So test.txt, test.txt, sorry, this is the file. So one more thing guys, whenever you are working in programmatically, file paths always need to have two classes, but whenever you have single one, you can add an symbol before the path. Okay, so now I want to create test.txt inside the C drive. So now how to create a file means file dot create. So here I need to pass the file path, f path. That's it. Now let's execute this one. Access denied because sometimes C drive will have restrictions. Let's do one thing then. Let's give it D drive. So now let's try. Yes, the file creation was successful. Now let's go to D drive. So here we have test.txt which was created on today's date at the current timestamp. So if I open, nothing will be there, it's an empty file because we just created the file. So I just want to know whether the file is created or not instead of visiting this particular folder. So I just want to check the programmatically whether the file creation is successful or failure. So guys, here you can do one thing. If there is a method called exist, so in the file path, if the file is exist, in the console write line, I can print a statement file created successfully. If not else, unable to create file. Is it clear? So very simple, we are checking the method exists. So it will give you true when there is a file exists in the current path whatever you are passing. Now let's execute again. So you will get file created successfully. Even you can go and check in the D drive. So the file is there. So this is how you can create file. Now next topic, how to create a folder directory. So at that time, again string directory path is equal to, in D drive I just want to create a folder called .NET, then I just want to create C#, then I just want to create with the name demo, something like this. So as I said, there should be double slash, otherwise you will get an error like this. As I said, you can add an @ symbol here. So now we have the path. So in case if I want to create directory, so there is a class called directory dot create directory. So again here I can pass the directory path. As usual, in case if I want to check whether the directory is available or not, so same directory dot exist. So here I can search the directory path. So now you can print folder created successfully, else unable to create folders. Now let's execute. So you can see folders created successfully. So let's go and check in the D drive. So this is D drive. You can see the folder .NET. There is C# folder. There is demo folder. So like that you can create multiple folders also at one shot. Okay. So this is how you can create a file. This is how you can create a directory. Now let's create a text file and write some data into that one. So already some text file is there. Let us use the same path. So test.txt. So string f path. Whenever I just want to write something to the screen, I mean text file. So here you can add an @ in D drive. The file name is test.txt. So first I need to check before writing whether the file is available or not. If file.exists of fpath, so then I can write. If it is not exist, then I need to write an error message, invalid file path, invalid file path, or file not exists. So now if it is available, what I need to do, I need to write some text to the file. So file dot write text, file dot write all text. Here you can pass the file path, and here what is that string that you need to write. So here I am going to pass welcome user. This is sample text. I just want to write this particular word inside the file. Now again, whenever I execute, so nothing will be there because I didn't wrote anything, because all write is going to return void statement. So now if I open my text file, you can see the same word whatever we passed from there. So welcome user, this is sample text. This is for one line. Suppose you have multiple lines. So string array lines equal to new string of, here I can pass what are the lines I just want to write. Hello user, welcome, today is a Friday, and some date time dot now. I want to add all these lines. Okay, so now I have list of lines, I mean group of lines. So whenever I want to write multiple lines, this is write all text for one line. So we have file dot write all lines of, again you need to pass the file path, and here I can pass this array. Now this will write multiple lines to the file, to that particular file. So again no output because it's a void one. So if I open, I can see the multiple lines. Hello user, welcome, today is Friday, and the current date and time when it was returned. So this is how you can write multiple lines to a text file. So now let's try this reverse one, how to get the number of lines from a file. So very simple. So file dot read all text for one word. Okay, read all lines for multiple. So here you can pass fpath. So then it will return the list of lines from the particular text file. So again string array I am taking. So whatever the number of lines are there in this file path, we are reading it into this array. So by using the for each loop or for loop, I can print it on the screen. So from lines, one line will get copied here. By using console write line, you can print it on the screen. You can see this. So this is how you can create a file, you can create a directory, you can create a file text, and you can create a number of lines in a file, and you can read the number of lines from the file also. So this is how you can work with the files. Now let's work with the directory. Let me take some example. Workspace, no. So suppose this is the folder. So I just want to get the name of all the files available from a directory. So first string directory path equal to, so in a D drive, so this is the folder I just want to work. So directory dot get files, so from the directory path, so it will give you the list of files available. So string of files list, so then whatever the files available in this directory, that names you can get it here. So now what you will do, you are going to take a for each again, where file from file list. So in the console write line you can print file dot okay, let's print the file. So now let's execute. So now you will get all the list of files available inside a directory. So this is how you can get what are the files available inside a folder. Now the last and major one, working with the directory, working with the properties of the file. Working with the properties of the file. So in this path, I just want to check how many files are there, what is the file extension, and what is the file size and all those. Before that, let me take a single file, and in D drive we have test.txt. So this is the file path. So there is a file info. This is a class which works with the properties. So new file info of fpath. So now you can see you can get different properties of this file. F1 dot full name. Let's see what will print if I use full name attribute. It will print along with the folder directory and the name. And after that, in case directory name, so under which directory the file is, under D drive. So next F1 dot name, only the name of the file along with extension, you can see it on the screen. Test.text.txt. So next you can get extension, so whether it is .txt, .jpg, that extension you will get by using dot extension method. So other than this, we have length. So length is nothing but how many bytes it is occupied in the drive. Now you can see it is showing 62 bytes. Let us check, let us verify whether it is correct or wrong. You can see, so you can see a property here, it is showing 62 bytes. Otherwise you can go and right click on the properties. Here you can see the size, it is occupied 62 bytes. Always you should remember one thing, so the size will be in bytes format only. In case if you want to print it in KBs or MBs, you have to convert, you have to perform the respective conversion formats, so accordingly. So this is how the files can be handled in C#. You can create a file, you can write some text, you can read some text, you can create a directory, you can get list of files from a directory, and you can work with the properties of this particular files also. So I hope it is clear to everyone. So we can continue in the next video. Thank you.